Hey.
Test 1, 2. Happy Thanksgiving from the Patriot Ice Center here in Newark, Delaware, where your Kennett Blue Demons are about to face off against their local rival, the Avon Red Devils. A pleasant good evening and welcome to our coverage of Kennett hockey with Kevin Mott and alongside Brian Cardillo, I'm Ed Henry. Kennett has maintained their winning ways by defeating the Pencrest Lions in their last meeting on Monday night with an amazing come-from-behind victory, 4-3. Luke Ganley found the back of the net, but it was Lucas Mott with his third goal in under 4 minutes to go in the third period that gave Kennett their first and only lead of that game, and they were able to hang on until the final buzzer. Picking up the assist that night, Oscar Serzales, Henry Smallmon, Lucas Mott, and Luke Ganley. Tonight, it's the second and final regular season meeting between these two rival teams. You know, the last time they met, it was 10 days ago. Kennett started off strong with 7 unanswered goals, but they gave up in the last period, allowing AG to score 3 unanswered.
What a game that was. Avon Grove, when they woke up in that third period, and they were swarming. They were buzzing big time. And tonight, I think you're going to see an energized Avon Grove team. Kennett's got their hands full. If we could base it just off of who's in the crowd right now, they got a bunch of Avon Grove boys right here. They're all wearing their jerseys. It must be Jersey night.
Yep.
It is no school. So these kids are pumped up. They're ready to go, and they're already giving it to the Kennett Blue Demons. I can tell. I can hear it from here.
Yeah, no. Avon Grove has always played a big game, especially against Kennett. I mean, obviously, as we've said many times, these players all know each other. There's a lot of personal rivalry. So regardless of what the score sheets or the schedule show, you don't know what you're going to get tonight.
Anything, all bets are off, that's for sure. All bets are off.
And we'll take a minute, and here are the Kennett Wistar Motors keys of the game. As we just said, we're looking for an effort in all 3 periods. You know, Kennett put up the 7 spot in the first 2, but completely gave up on the third. And let's face it, you know, even if you're up 7 goals, yeah, that's a 66%. That's still a failing grade. So they got the win, but you need all 3 periods.
This is true. Very true.
We always say that it's something we're looking forward to as the season goes on is improved defensive abilities. You know, Kennett needs to continue to work on their down low turnovers, covering, make sure everybody in front of the net has got somebody on them. Yeah, that's we're just having so much fun right here in front of the AG crowd.
You know, here's the thing, though. Mott could go anywhere to do his stretches. He's doing this he loves it. He feeds off of this. You're telling me that this gets you all types of fired up.
Oh, yeah.
And we know he's a big gamer to begin with. This only feeds into his strength.
Oh, without question.
His mental strength is something that is just absolutely phenomenal, and what you want in your goaltender.
And the last key of the game is, you know, we're always looking for some up-ice passing. Kennett has some really good skill players, and they can go end-to-end, but as we've seen, especially with like Mott and Ganley and Fisher, the other teams recognize them, and they're going to put multiple players on them and clog up the lanes for those players. So if you could start to continue to feed through the neutral zone, make passes in, it's going to make it a lot easier, and it will open those players up.
100%. I mean, nothing's faster than a puck, right? I mean, you can skate as fast as they can skate. You can pass the puck, move the puck faster. So hopefully they will do that.
Now, one of the things, as we mentioned, that Wistar Motors is one of the sponsors for Kennett Hockey. I've got to find time to go by and visit them because I really want to see those cars. They have they're amazing.
So, Ed, this past summer, Massimo goes, hey, I'm stopping by a warehouse to look at some cars. And I was like, what? I was like, whatever. You know, you kind of ignore. I'm not really sure what he's up to. I never know what he's up to, right? Well, about an hour later, he sends me pictures of Audi R8s. There's Lamborghinis. There's Ferrari. Everything you can imagine is in there. And they were kind enough to let him look around. Don't touch. Don't touch.
Yeah, don't touch it.
But, yeah, I got to get over there myself. And if they need any help keeping those cars tuned and well-driven, you can't just let those things sit.
No. Well, that's, I know, one of the other things they offer. If you're fortunate enough to own a vehicle like that, that's kind of the place. Because, you know, let's face it, if you've got a Lamborghini or Ferrari, you're not taking it to Jiffy Lube.
No, probably not. No. I have a Lamborghini. It's about that big, and it's made by Mattel.
Fits in the palm of your hand.
Fits in the palm of my hand. That's right.
So pregame skate has completed. Both teams are gathered up in front of their bench as they get a last-minute pep talk, warm-up, play calling. I don't know what happens on that bench. But as we were talking before the game, there's a really cool feature on this board that has a Bluetooth connection to my phone. I've mentioned it before. And in talking to Coach Don, we're going to try and set something up. We're going to test it first, and maybe we'll be able to have him call in to the broadcast in between periods and give us some updates. That would be so much fun.
Ed, you never cease to amaze me. I mean, you talk about bringing your game up. Game after game, you level up. It's impressive.
Well, you know, I considered at one point of maybe making the broadcast a call-in show.
Oh, I love that.
Throw a number on the screen and let people dial in, but that could get out of control.
I could see where that maybe could go sideways.
Puck is down, and this game is underway. Bodies coming together early. Kennett putting some pressure on, forcing it into the zone. Cordillo worked along the boards. It goes down low. Arms up. It looks like he's saying Kennett's offside. I'm not sure how that happened, but puck into the neutral zone, bouncing all the way down. Mott to it. Circle around the other end. Was looking for Henry. He got cut off and knocked away from him. DeWitt in the corner. Banks it ahead. Henry, nice feed to Ganley. Luke Ganley gains the line, gets some space, makes the move to go down low, gets hit pretty hard from behind, but they work for it in the corner. Rolled around, that's number 27 for Avon Grove. James Austin. Actually, I'm hoping I've got, yep.
This is that line that did some serious damage the last time they met. You got Drew Kennedy, Austin, and Parker Thompson.
Austin again will rip it in and head off on a change. Lucas Mott between the pipes. He'll just clear it all the way out through the neutral zone. Stoltzfus to it, turns it over to Mott at the blue line. He had to wait. Neiman was in the zone. He'll just fling in. From behind the net, along the boards. Mott in control, but ran out of real estate, so he'll come out to the neutral zone, fling in, and head off on a change. I believe in the pipes, in between the pipes for Avon Grove is number 26, Quinn Kelly. They'll work for it in front of the Avon Grove bench, flipped up into the air at the Kennett line. They'll just feed it back. Up to Neiman at the blue line. He gets serenaded. In the zone, shot there. I think that might be one of the first shots we've seen of this game.
Yes,
2 minutes in. Finicum gets blown up in front of the cheering section, and Kennett hears it. Green will feed back into his zone. Stearns will set up behind his net and look for some open to come out. Avon Grove feeds it through the middle. That was off the stick of Green. Kennett will go the other direction. Small maul over to Mott. Mott takes the shot, was looking for the far side, and the shot goes wide. DeWitt retrieves at center ice. He'll just chop at it at the line. They'll joust for it there. Ends up on the stick of Green, and he'll fling into the Kennett zone. Mott plays it out once again along the glass. Avon Grove's able to keep it in. They work for it in the corner. Lucas to it. He'll bounce it up ahead. We're looking for Henry. He gets it up to the line, but not out. Cardillo, he'll pick it up back behind his own net. Survey. Drifted through. Dangerous play, but Kennett's able to move it out. Ganley, poke checked at the blue line. He's looking for support from Henry, and he's able to keep it in down low. Avon Grove first to it. They'll bring it around near side. DeWitt's able to keep it in, at least momentarily, and out they go. Larky gains the Kennett line. Forced into the corner. He tried to go back. DeWitt was there, and he'll move it out to the neutral zone. Austin, center ice. Tries to cut through a few, gets tied up, but forces it in. Kennedy in the corner. Looks to go all the way the other side. Shot goes towards the net, but knocked down. Puck rolled towards the middle, ends up off of a skate, stays in the Kennett zone. Nice little bump from behind.
That's going to be a penalty. Arm went straight up, and now I will say those numbers were clearly visible.
Yeah, no, I think that's all you could see.
Yeah.
So Avon Grove's cheers on Drew Kennedy as he heads over. I didn't see the call, but I'm going to guess it's a check from behind.
I think he did give him for a check from behind, or maybe a roughing, but that's a big loss. Drew's a ball of energy out there, and having him off the ice for 2 minutes is definitely an advantage to for the Kennett Blue Demons.
So 13 minutes to go in this scoreless first period. Kennett with a 2-minute power play and an opportunity to try and get one on the board. Kennett wins the face-off. They pass along the blue line. They put it down into the corner. Avon Grove looks to clear it, takes a weird bounce off the boards, and they'll clear it all the way down. Mott comes out to set it up for Savory. He skates around, Austin pursuing him, so he'll just put it right back to Mott. Mott will look to head up ice. Austin again with some pressure, force Mott back second time. This is kind of what we were talking about in the Keys, about the look to pass up ice. Mott does go all the way in, makes the zone, gets the shot, but it gets deflected wide. From the corner, Luch was able to get it up to the line, but not out. Ganley with it there. He looks to make a move. Just looking for some help there.
That is an aggressive forecheck.
From Sarazales. Back to Mott. He'll circle back halfway through the penalty. Put it up into the middle, but that one gets cut off, and Avon Grove looked to go the other direction, but now it's Kennett. Kennett gains the zone. Mott goes wide, feeds it right into the middle, point blank shot, second opportunity from Henry, and he gets some rough treatment in the crease for his effort.
He sure did.
Up to the blue line, they'll battle for it, sitting at the line and finally forced out. 30 seconds to go on the Kennett power play. I think they've only had one really good opportunity so far in this power play, and that was with Henry right down on the doorstep. Back over to Mott. He's got a little space, tries to get it through, gets it to Ganley. He's got tight quarters, somehow stays with the puck.
I don't know how he kept that.
Backhanded it, but had nothing to work with, and then sends it down the other end. That will just about do it for the power play. Kennett's only got a few seconds left, and it's actually Thompson with the puck, so time expires, and we're back to five-a-side hockey. Kennedy at center ice, gains the Kennett line, takes a big shot, high riser. Mott was shouldering it, but it was heading up and over the net anyway. We were in good position to see that one. Puck rolls to the middle, bouncing puck. Avon Grove with a few opportunities. Puck goes back towards the net and goes wide. Avon Grove pouring on the pressure after killing off that power play. Back up to Stoltzfus, that's the corner. He takes the shot, and that one gets deflected in, and Tinney has a piece of broken lumber. I think he was looking to take it off the ice and clear it and realized, no, that cost a penalty last time. Just leave it.
It did, yeah.
Leave that dead wood. The other direction. Mott goes through, gets tag team. Savory in to help out and pick up the puck. Back to Mott all the way through. He was looking for a streaking Henry, but not much he could do with that.
Henry has taken some shots today.
Yeah, you know.
Welcome to the game.
Well, he's stepped up and is taking the spot for an injured Fisher. Puck up into the rafters, so we'll get an out-of-play whistle. And man, this game is moving.
This is a fast-paced game, that is for sure. I was just thinking that myself. Really, this is only the second stoppage of play. Both teams buzzing. Kennedy, no stranger to the score sheet. That was a rising shot. That down a little bit, I don't know.
Puck up to Oscar at the point. He gets that knocked away from him, and it's Kennedy going the other direction. Tries to cut through, gets poke checked at the line. Still in the zone, all the way through, had a man open on the other end. There was Drew Kennedy again, and luckily he couldn't handle that, because otherwise he had nothing but open net.
Yeah.
Kennedy is demonstrating the keys of the game for us. Behind the net, DeWitt to it. He gets checked, so it's still in, back into the slot. Kennett with an active stick, and they're able to pick up the puck and at least move it out to the middle. Banking it into the AG end. Worked from behind, nice play there. Angle shot there from Ganley.
Hit the
which,
post.
you know, anybody else, you're like, there's no way they're gonna make that, but he had so close, he just hit the iron. Mott shrugs off one as he comes in. Gets knocked down to the delight of the Avon Grove fandom. Back at center.
No penalty there. We'll take that.
Cardillo somehow gets away with one there. I mean,
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I mean, the first one was like, okay, you know, I can see that, but the second opportunity, shot there, gets the glove on it, and somehow covers up.
Great save.
Kelly with a huge save to keep this game knotted up at 0.
Ooh.
Made the initial save off the tip of the glove, and
it was bouncing. That thing came down oddly, and he was able to follow that. The intensity is there.
oh, no question about that one.
I'm going to give credit to these fans here. They're bringing it up a notch. Even the fans are stepping it up.
Face-off win. Cardillo with a quick shot in on net, and Kelly's able to dive down and cover that one up. That's the only downside about this particular sheet of ice here at the Patriot Ice Center. No shots on the scoreboard.
I know. Yeah, that is It's something you enjoy. It really does help give an idea as to what's going on or how the credit where credit's due for the goalies.
Cardillo with another shot off the face-off, but that one hit a body and stayed wide. Brown working with him in the corner. Savory, a turnaround shot, just goes into the far corner. Tinney was trying to chase it down, but flipped up to the middle. Avon gains the Kennett zone. Thompson with a quick shot. That one bounces up and hits glass behind the net. Bodies come together behind. Shot hits someone in the middle, and Kennett's able to tip it out to center ice. And down. Kennett from their own blue line. Brown goes to Savory, but he couldn't handle the bouncing puck. So back towards the Kennett end. Mott will head behind his own net. Bank it all the way down. Has Ganley at the blue line, but he's well covered by Stoltzfus and forced back out to the neutral zone. Ganley, second attempt, comes in, gets around one, takes the shot. Kelly made the initial save. Mott from the boards. That was a down low lightning shot into the far corner.
That's our second stick broken tonight. A lot of money on the ice so far.
This is the second game in a row where, the only person who's really winning are the pro shops.
Yeah, they are.
Puck down in. Ganley with a down low shot. Kelly's able to close up just in time and keep this game scoreless.
Point blank. And we've certainly seen Ganley be able to take that and bury it. That was a big save.
So referees will go out there and clean up the tears of a parent.
$350 down the drain.
AG wins that face-off in their zone. It's Malarkey who moves it back out. Campanelli into the corner, goes up to the blue line, comes out. Stearns ripped that in, but everybody was in, so Kennett has a free out. DeWitt tries to hit Mott. He hits the reach back, but still gets to it. Mott with some open space, and he was looking for the far corner.
He leaned into that one.
Back into the zone. Mott chases it down, tries the angle shot. That one's cut off. Neiman gets taken out down in the corner. Avon in possession in their zone. Hit Stearns at center ice. He'll gain the zone, try to take the shot, but Cardillo blocks that one. They'll work for it in the corner. Nice strip there, and it's Kennett coming out. Flutters ahead at the line. Avon moves it up, and it does come out.
Yeah.
Kennett did the same thing that AG did the other direction.
Yeah.
Tried to sneak one in,
Tried
but
to sneak it in.
Nope.
They're paying attention.
Puck wound in. Mott comes out to set it down. Oscar comes together with a few behind, and it's AG in possession in the corner. Up to the blue line. They'll take the shot there. Mott sticks that into the corner. Once again, they'll work along the boards. Kennedy tries to put it back out, but bouncing puck. And Savory, he'll just bank it out into the AG end. They'll look to go back the other direction from the neutral zone. Avon first one to it. Austin over to Kennedy. Tried to direct it right back to Austin, but ends up going off of someone. Bounced out. Stoltzfus has that knocked away from him. Mott and Savory come together. Mott takes that away from Thompson. He gets caught up with a few and still stays with it. I was looking to get it to Ganley. The no look. The colorful language of the fandom.
Yes. At that age, it's a 7-word vocabulary, I think.
And they all have 4 letters.
Dude, bruh, that's B-R-U-H, and then a bunch of ones we can't say.
They still work for it down in the corner, back and forth. Play is definitely getting physical, as you can hear from the cheers of the fans. The other direction. Mott steps around a few, tries to get to him, stays with it. I think he got a backhand off shot through after having, I think, 4 players lined up with him.
Yeah, that.
Schillinger, good work to get that back into the zone as he heads off on a change. From behind their net, Avon Grove's able to move it up and through the neutral zone. Finicum gets through, gets the shot, and goes off the pipe and out of play.
Finicum with a nice dipsy doodle, and that was a bar up, not a bar down, luckily for us.
And how about this? I just realized I'm always looking at the old school scoreboard here. They actually give us the shots on the
look at that.
one.
There we go. Okay.
So
nice. I like that. Yeah, when did that come into play?
Mott's able to direct that out to the middle. Stearns is there to pick it up at center ice. He'll look to send his team in. That one's off the stick of Campanelli. Oscar to it. Oscar shrugs off a few checks. Ends up getting it to Mott. He'll take a huge blast from the neutral zone. And man, you know, if that thing didn't catch air.
Jeez.
Cardillo racing to get back to it. Keeps it out into the neutral zone. Ganley there. Ganley makes his moves through. Stays with it. Drop it to Mott.
Oh,
big shot.
Goodness.
Pretty play.
What?
But nothing, nothing to show for it. Another opportunity. Big rebound. Ganley was there waiting for it, but that was away from him. So Avon Grove in possession now. They'll bank it up to the blue line and into the middle. Malarkey to it. He gets shouldered as he puts that in and heads
Big
off
hit
on
on
change.
big hit by Schillinger.
From behind the net, they'll roll it in front. Kennett's there, and they'll just backhand and roll it down. Won't have enough steam for icing as Kennett makes player changes as we approach the 2-minute mark. Austin comes in, he cuts through, makes some space. His shot finds glass behind. I can't believe they just let him walk right in.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, take the shot. Tinney from along the boards. He'll feed it up. Mott was tied up, so he couldn't do anything with that. Puck to the Kennett blue line. Mott with it. Tries to get it to Tinney. They'll go back and forth. It'll roll into the AG end. Bank it out to Kennedy to Austin. Tries to go right back to Kennedy. They play with it at the blue line. It finally goes in. Aiden will set it down. Given some space behind the net. They'll just lift it up. It gets knocked down with a glove in the zone. And Oscar's got to race back to it again. Finicum's trying to run him down. They'll work for it along the far boards.
Oh boy.
Body
Oscar's
goes down.
Oscar's going to go away for that one.
So bodies come together, arm goes up. So Oscar's going to come and have a seat here and he's going to get a cross-checking minor.
Yeah.
As Kennett finds themselves shorthanded here late in this scoreless first period.
Well, you know, you saw Oscar get tied up with, I think it was Thompson. They were going at it pretty good. And then, yeah, there was a scrum on the boards, and he came in a little too hot with the stick.
Mott picks it up after the faceoff. He'll come all the way in, dance his way through down low, gets tied up behind the net, goes down. The other direction goes AG. Gains the zone, cuts behind the net. It's number 75, I think that's Wisely. And force the other direction. Mott's got an open step. Mott comes in shorthanded and gets poke checked at the last second by Finicum.
That was
I think he saved his team a goal.
Yeah, great effort by Finicum. What a back check, because Mott was off to the races.
I don't think he realized somebody was that close to him, because normally they're not.
This is true.
Banked off the board. Stearns keeps it in the zone. Drops it back for Austin. He'll go to the other side. Back over for Stearns. Looks for a seam. I think he was trying to get that down low to Austin, but gets deflected. Stearns in the corner. He'll work for it. Tries the angle shot. Knocked down. Sits there, but not out of the zone. Shot from the point. just as the buzzer sounds, ending this first period.
What a period. I'm exhausted.
Woo! You're not kidding. It's hard to believe we still got 2 more to go.
The intensity was, this is everything I thought it would be.
And we're not even on the ice.
No. I couldn't last half a second out there. These boys are buzzing.
So 53 seconds left on the Oscar Sarazali's cross-checking minor that Avon Grove will have to start with in the second period. We'll step aside for just a second and be back with that second period action in just a moment.
Earlier.
So, second period action about to get underway. As mentioned, Avon Grove will start with 53 seconds of power play time. Oscar Sarazali's in the box, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
You know, one thing that is definitely to Avon Grove's advantage, they are rolling 4 lines. It looks like they're rolling 4 lines, or at least 3, excuse me. And Kennett's basically got 2 plus 2 subs. It's and that's a lot of skating for these boys at this pace.
Yeah, one of the things before each game I'll go through and print out the lineup cards. And with AG, because of having both a varsity and a JV team, they have as many players as they can roster, and I have to weed it down, otherwise I'd need better glasses. Avon Grove with speed cuts all the way in. They'll try to tuck it in, but Mott holds his ground and says no to that. We get down to about 30 seconds remaining on the Sarazali's minor. Face off down in the Kennett end. AG comes away with that. They'll get some space, take the shot. Mott will take that right in the midsection and just hold on.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have a Mott in your net.
Oh, I think most teams in the league would kill to have a Mott in their net.
For sure.
Looking to pass it across. Good work from Kennett to move it ahead.
That's a 2-on-1.
Mott and Ganley. Mott over to Ganley. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
I don't know how
What
he stopped
a
that,
save.
but wow. I think maybe I.
He had, yeah, let's see that, because he had the whole net, and what a save. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Woo.
That has pumped the crowd up big time.
Off the face-off in the AG end. They'll move out. Thompson's got some speed. He's got open lane. Comes in, tries to make the move, and lost the handle at the last second. Well, it was in good position to tuck it into the corner. And with that, power play has ended, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey. Looking to go all the way to the corner. They were trying to bring a player off the bench. Mott has a step, has one, take him down as he goes in, and no arms up in the air for that one. So maybe that's the recovery from the Cardillo. What would have been a penalty, but
Yeah.
like, all right, you know, we should have called you for one. And
Yeah,
we'll take it back
now we're
here.
even. Now we're even.
Some rough stuff behind the AG net to the delight of the fans. Puck moved up into the neutral zone. They'll feed it into the Kennett end as Avon Grove will make player changes. Cardillo gets it to Mott at center ice. Austin checked that puck away from him. Sarazali's to Mott, and he'll just bank it out into the neutral zone. Puck shot across, ends up on the stick. I think that's Henry. He'll force his way in from behind the net. Stearns gets around one along the boards. Tried to keep it in, but nothing happening there. Savory takes his man out. Shot coming in from Green. Mott with a kick save. Working forward in the corner. Bodies come together. Neiman at the blue line, gets to Mott. He was kind of covered by a few, so forced back out.
Oh boy.
Bouncing puck and bodies flying.
Good recovery by Neiman to get back.
Big shot there. Not sure where that, he made the initial save and then it was a weird bounce, but came right back to him.
Great back check by our guy Neiman to pick up the loose man there, because there would have been a rebound to look after. There's a lot of really nice messages coming from the Avon Grove section, encouraging the Blue Demons at this moment.
So you're saying
is a strong.
We should give them the dial-in number.
Yeah, just get ready for that dump button.
Savory, he'll turn around and spin it in, goes off the outside of the net. Kelly will just kind of hold on to it there and take the whistle.
This is a pretty big line. Wisely is a big boy, can play the game. Finicum, we've seen him in action, and Thompson. This is a big line for them.
Puck along the boards. DeWitt's got to go back for it. He's forced out of the zone. Jumping on it is Wisely. Takes the shot. Mott makes the initial save.
Ooh.
Makes a second one.
Wisely gets his own rebound.
Along the boards, comes out to the middle. Puck was sitting there, but Kennett's able to get a stick on it. It'll go the length of the ice, but has enough on it, so icing will be whistled.
I really feel like maybe we should mic them up. Good stuff.
Face-off will come all the way down into the Kennett end. Battle for it after the face-off, forced into the corner. Kennett will wrap it around near side. Net's got enough to come all the way out through the neutral zone. And Austin's got to chase it down back behind his net. Over to Stearns. Stearns will look to feed it up through. Austin to it, and he gains the Kennett line. He gets checked off the play. He'll still come right back to it in the corner. Shot there from the point goes up into the netting and out of play, and we'll get a whistle.
Good stick by Kennett. You know, this is why they talk about having your sticks in the lane, block as many shots as you can, passes. Sometimes it's just, just the fact that you have that stick in that lane.
So we didn't talk about shots at the end of the first period. I'm pretty sure it was around 4-7. Kennett's advantage, but between the power play and then just the general play, in here the shots have pretty much evened up at
We're going to get an
9
interference
and 10.
call. If interference or tripping, I'm not sure which. Trip.
So Kennett will pick up the power play as Austin goes to the box for tripping.
Good opportunity here for Kennett to cash in and take the upper hand.
They just need to figure out a way to solve Kelly, especially after that 2-on-1 opportunity. And
that's a highlight save.
That's
all
definitely
day
the
long.
save of the game right now.
Correct.
For sure.
Correct.
After the face-off, bouncing puck forced all the way down to the Kennett end. Austin will come out to it. Or Aiden, sorry. There's alleys to Mott. They come together, puck in the corner, a little miscommunication. Goes right back to Mott. He's got some open space. Over to Ganley. Right back to Mott.
Now, that's that passing you were talking about.
Mott with a huge shot across the line. Green's up for that.
Yeah,
Kelly's up for that.
That's a great example of what you mentioned earlier as far as moving the puck and creating space, and that's exactly what happened there. They moved the puck, they passed the puck, it opened up some space, they get in easily. You know, when you try to take it all on your own, it's a little bit easier to kind of hem that guy in. An astute observation, my friend.
Well, you know, as much fun as we have doing this broadcast, you know, one of the other things that the disadvantage is they're out there for everybody to watch. So, you know, you can watch a few games and have some really good tape on this Kennett team.
Yeah.
So, normally that's advantage for every team in the NHL, but at this level, they don't all have an us. Bounce off the boards right to himself. Mott streaks in, gains the line, cuts around one, open space, takes the shot. Rebound sat in the slot, but nobody could get a stick on it. Serzales comes down, he'll take the shot. Kelly has to fight that one off as that was headed right for his face. Kept in at the line. Finally, Avon able to bounce it up and out. Into the corner.
Jeez. Yeah, that's going to be. That one's hard to hide. He gave him the initial shot, and then he really held on to him. He spun Mott around.
So with 20 seconds left on the original penalty to Austin, AG will send another one for holding. And that's Stoltzfus.
That one was tough to hide. I mean, he spun him around by his arm. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a hold.
So 5-on-3 opportunity for Kennett for the next 20 seconds. See if they can capitalize. And then they'll still have 2 minutes roughly to work with. All the way to the open side. Double clutch, lost control of it was Ganley. He comes right back and stays with it. Gets it up to Savory at the blue line. He'll take the shot. In on net, but Kelly's able to hold on to that and take the whistle.
Yeah, you got a big body with Connor Finney taking up some space in front of the net. He's taking some shots. Henry, the other freshman, he's taking some shots. They're learning the big boy hockey quick.
So only 5 seconds remaining on the initial minor. And that one ends as Austin jumps back out. So 5-on-4 all the way across to Mott. He'll take a high riser shot that misses everything and ends up back out into the neutral zone. Minute and a half left on now the second power play. Good opportunity there from Kennedy. Comes in. Arm goes up, and that will nullify the remaining power play.
You know, I can't fault Oscar for that. Kennedy had a beeline for the net. You know, you're going to take that penalty. And, yeah, otherwise you just sit there and watch him go. So that's, as they say, that's a good penalty to take. Now, give credit to Kennedy. He stripped the puck. What an effort. Their penalty kill is very aggressive. Very aggressive.
So just over 10 minutes. We got four-a-side hockey. Good back check from Mott. They'll battle for the puck. Finally comes right back to him at the blue line. Gets around one. He'll feed it across the ice. They just kind of let it sit there, and Thompson was first one to it. That one goes way up into the rafters. So
low ceiling. Boy, these guys are really giving it to him. And I think, jeez, they're even chuckling in the penalty box, to be honest.
So we've got about a minute of 4-on-4 hockey before Avon Grove will get an abridged power play. That one gets by. Mott racing to get to it. He's got Gooch there with him. He gets rubbed into the corner. Back out in the middle to Ganley. Ganley with some open space.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
he'll do some fancy moves and backhand one in.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, I think I'm spitting all over you on that one.
No, that was something to watch. First of all, look at the effort by Mott to get to the puck. And he sets up Ganley all alone. Dipsy doodle, backhand, top corner. What a goal. What a goal. 4-on-4 hockey, I definitely feel very positive when you get this Kennett crew. That's a lot of space for them.
Backhanded up to the line and trickles in the zone. Forced back out. Cardillo at center ice. He'll turn around. Was looking for Savory. Got by him. Avon Grove into the Kennett end. They'll get a shot. Was muted. Mott sets it down for Cardillo in the corner. Banks it ahead. Finally forced out. It'll roll on edge all the way down. Puck had a weird kind of roll in on Kelly, but he just directs it into the corner calmly. The other direction. Finicum. First shot.
He batted that right out of the air.
Shot in, hits a body in front, sitting there. Finally rolls in. Mott spots it, and he'll just cover up as the...
That's a good cover-up and settle everything down a little bit, That's one thing that I feel he does a great job of playing the puck when he needs to, covering the puck when he needs to, buy his players some time. He knows that, we've got a shorter bench. Get these guys some breathers.
And that was good timing because the AG penalties had finally expired, so they're on a power play for the next 30 seconds. Off the face-off. Kennett was able to clear it the length of the ice. Avon Grove through the neutral zone. Alston comes in, tries to make the move, forced down low, trickles it all the way across. AG stays on the loose puck. Turnaround shot there was headed wide, but Mott slides across and he'll squeeze that to slow things down. 5 more seconds. Oscar will be out of the box, and assuming we have no more whistles or extracurricular, we'll be back to 5-a-side hockey.
5-a-side.
EG cleanly wins that. They'll take the shot. That one caught air and gets all the way to the other side, where Thompson will just feather it down into the corner. Right back to Thompson. Slides it across. Shot hits the boards, and that one will come all the way out to the middle. Penalty boxes have cleared out, at least momentarily. Henry jumps on that at the blue line. Takes the shot. That one goes wide. Ganley races over to keep it in. Ganley with it in the middle. Tried to get it to Mott, but that was knocked away from him. Austin in the corner. Austin makes a move coming in. Kind of faked out Henry, and the crowd liked it.
These guys are giving it to him, I'll tell you.
Along the boards, ends up on the stick of Mott. He's got a lot of open ice, one in front of him. Over to Ganley. Ganley takes the shot in front, and Kelly makes another huge
Big
save. Now the other direction we go. Austin drops it to Kennedy. He tried to take a shot through the screen. Aiden stays in position to make that save. Lucas jumps on it. Lucas tries to go through, but there was 4 players that kind of built a wall, and nothing happened.
They really did.
Shot there through traffic was Campanelli. Again, trying to use the defenseman as the screen. That one got caught up in the skates of Cardillo, so he just has to send it the other direction. Ganley lifts one, but kept in the zone. Oscar knocks that down. He's in the corner. He'll send it. He's looking for the home run pass, looking for Mott, but got by him, and so icing is whistled. And that'll come back down into the Kennett end with just a little more than 6.5 to go in this second period. Kennett with a current 1-0 lead.
Kennett's really finding themselves in the defensive zone these last couple minutes.
Puck off the face-off was heading towards the net. DeWitt was able to knock that down. Second opportunity. Sits there up to the line, kept in, shot, hits bodies in front.
Oh,
opportunity right in front. Malarkey had
it's 2. That's a smart play.
off the boards and out.
Yep, smart play.
Relieve the pressure.
Good job by
Malarkey
Neiman.
again coming into the zone. He gets ridden off the play, but they'll just push the puck down low. Schillinger.
Another smart
help.
play by Neiman. It's a good move. It's
Yes.
board, bounce it off, get it out. It's not an ice.
Tinney puts it towards the net. Brown comes together with a player in the corner. AG behind. They'll use the boards as they look to come out, and they do. So there's Alley's in the loose puck at the center ice. Banked it ahead, was looking for Brown, but the other direction is Campanelli, but gets knocked away from him at the Kennett blue line.
Whoa. Came up high on that. Caught Neiman off guard. Big hit. Just feeds into that AG crowd. Very heavy on the AG here.
Yes, indeed. Puck all the way deep into the Kennett end. Aiden will just bank it off the boards and glass. Kind of slowed down and didn't clear the zone. Kennett moves out. Nice feed through to Mott. He gets around one. Tried to get it back. I think he was looking for Savory, but too many players in between. Cardillo racing to it in the corner in his own zone. Goes behind the net. Has a few to deal with. Able to get it to Ganley. Ganley gets swarmed at center ice. And AG will take over in their own zone. Henry's able to keep it in at least momentarily. AG from behind their net. They'll look to come out. Wayward pass ends up with Kennett. Back in the neutral zone. Finicum.
Good poke check by Oscar.
Ends up on the stick of Mott. And he'll look to head up ice. Gets by 1-2. So we got a few more left in front of him. Tinney's with him. Got forced the middle. Tinney, turnaround opportunity, but couldn't get a really good stick on it. AG the other direction. Kennedy forced into the corner, back down low. Thompson. Stoltzfus takes the shot. That goes off a body and stays wide. Rolls through the slot out of the reach. Aiden was looking to cover that up. Tinney goes behind, gets checked off the play. Awkwardly.
He went into the boards really awkwardly.
Arm goes up. We'll wait and see what the call is on this one.
He went into the boards awkwardly. I did not like that.
Thompson in the box. And I didn't see, what was the call? Did he signal it yet?
I don't know if he did. Don has a few words for him. I'm thinking it was a trip, but I could be wrong. It looked like almost like he kind of stepped on the stick, maybe.
There's a lot of conversation going on over there. Kennett will go to the power play here late in the second period as they hope to add to their current 1-0 lead. There's still a lot of conversation with the Stripes over at the bench as we're waiting to hear and see what the word is.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to tell us. So puck in the corner, they'll work for it there. Calling for it is Oscar. Oscar tries to take a shot, hits a body. He stays with it, rolls right back to the other side. Shot goes off the outside of the net. Mott was looking to get that back to Ganley, and it gets by him. AG moves it out of the zone. They'll bring it all the way down. 2-on-1 all the way to the other side. They had Kennedy, but he got spun around. Gets by Stearns. Shot in on net. Mott just wants to keep that in play as Kennett's on the power play.
Avon Grove just does such a good job of that aggressive forecheck on this penalty kill.
Ganley couldn't get that in deep.
They are giving them all kinds of grief.
Forced back out to the middle. Mott. He'll skate it in. Puts on the brakes. Nice feed for Ganley. Ganley back behind. Right back to Ganley, all the way up. Mott, high slot. He'll feed it over to Oscar. Oscar takes a shot, hits a body. Stays with it. Over to the other side for Ganley. To Mott. Mott will skate in, take the shot. That one, high riser, hits glass. Oscar will just roll it down low. Henry and Ganley back there with it. Ganley tries to go to the middle, had Savory, but I don't think he was in much of a shooting position. They'll gather up behind. Digging for the puck as time ticks away. AG has it, they'll lift it down. Final 10 seconds of the Kennett power play. Roll it up the boards as time expires and Thompson hops over. Savory gets by one along the boards, goes back to the middle, gets by two other players. Nobody could get a clean stick on it.
Yeah, that was.
Neiman got in the way of that clearing attempt. I don't want to go the length of the ice for an icing.
Neiman is taking a beating today. There's been a few hits he's taken, and nothing like grabbing a puck. That's why they wear all that gear, Red. But even then, it smarts.
At least, you know, we all know this, but sometimes it's a hard thing to convince younger players to face it.
Yes.
Take it head on, because everything that protects you is looking forward.
You're right.
Don't turn your back at your side.
No.
We've all done it, and it sucks.
Oh, yeah.
AG with speed into the zone. That's Thompson.
Thompson's flying.
He gets it all the way through. They'll dig for it. Puck's in the middle, and somehow Mott's able to hold his ground. Puck forced into the corner. We're in the final minute of the second period. Bodies are jousting in the circle. AG's able to come away with the puck. Shot there, deflected. Mott makes the save. Into the corner, big golf swing. Stoltzfus is able to keep it in. Shot there, catches glass behind, comes near side. Tinney to it again, but once again, Stoltzfus holds his line. Avon Grove swarming here late. No cover up with just 18 seconds and change remaining in this one-goal second period.
Cardello's going off rather oddly. He put a hit on one of the players, and I don't know if he jammed his shoulder or he's having a tough go right now.
Face off down into the Kennett end. Bouncing puck, Kennett gets to it, and they'll clear it out. Good play to kind of the end of here as it goes in on net, so no icing. Final 10 seconds. Good work to force it down low. Mott was trying to center it, see if they could do something. The buzzer will sound, ending this second period, so 2 now in the books, and Kennett holding on to a 1-goal lead. Shots after 2. Avon Grove has the edge now, 18-16. I think we've got some things that we will announce in just a second, and so we'll be back in just a moment. right, as we approach the start of this third period, we actually have some raffle winners that we need to announce.
Yeah, this is a good fundraiser for the Kennett High School hockey team.
So, I think the one that everybody likes is the purple ticket here. This is for the party tailgate.
Yes, who doesn't love a good tailgate?
So, the ticket number on this one is 269266.
Oh, hey, here we go. Well, we're doing our job.
And Kennett scores a goal early here in the third period.
I mean, 6 seconds in, holy cow.
They were waiting for us to get distracted, so I wasn't even watching the play as I'm reading the winner of the raffle right off the face-off in, shot and score. And so Kennett gets a little bit of extra cushion here to start this third period.
What a way to start. What a way to start. Ganley finishing that one off. Cat Corey? Yeah. Cat.
Bodies come together at the blue line, and as we read the number, Corey is the last name for the winner of the party tailgate. So not only do you win the party tailgate, but you get to experience this fantastic start of a third period.
That's right. Holy cow.
Bodies coming together. As they go through the neutral zone, there's another raffle ticket that we have here. This is the white one for the wellness basket. The number on this one is 321290. And that's Romano.
Nice.
So congratulations on the
Romano.
wellness basket.
Very nice.
As puck play down in the Kennett end, and they'll look to move it out. Body goes down in the middle.
No call.
No arm goes up.
No call.
So they'll work for it there. Mott to it. He'll just feed it back. Push back through the middle. Ganley jumps in the loose puck. He makes a few moves, still with it. Feeds it through, but nothing but maroon and white jerseys there with it. Mott will fling in, but he was offside, so Kennett had to clear. Puck flipped up to the middle. Out of the reach, Schillinger just feeds it right back to his squad. Bodies come together in center ice. Now Stoltzfus just lining him up. Backhand shot goes wide.
Yeah, Stoltzfus is he's on a mission right now.
And he's a big boy, too.
He is a big boy. Yeah, he made light work there.
Ganley lifts it up to the middle. Kennett overskates. They'll just battle for it there. Ganley trying to get it, gets it to Mott, and he'll just direct in. We have one final raffle ticket here to read, and this is the blue one for the Kennett Merchants basket. The winning number on this one is 697356. And then, I don't know, I can't read this name. Is that Henry? Oh, no, wait, Cardello.
Yes. Well, you know, when you put enough tickets in, eventually it's a mathematical equation. Yeah. At this point, I really needed to win that just to break even. And but I'm very excited. Thanks to all the donors.
Puck down.
Okay.
In the zone,
so
trying to get a shot.
For who's it? Corey and Romano, please see representative, and they will get you set up with everything that you won. Congratulations. Whoever sold you the ticket, they will just get in touch with them, or they will get in touch with you, and we'll make sure you get it. How about that? I think one of them's got the phone number, right? Yeah, one of them's got a phone number on there, right? Or both?
So puck down in the Kennett end. Avon Grove with it.
Okay.
Cardillo goes after Finicum.
Okay.
Still in the zone. Thompson takes the shot in towards the net. Mott makes the initial save. Still loose in front of him. Oscar will just backhand out through the neutral zone and down, and he put just enough on that to not have an icing. Avon Grove gave up that goal early, but they have poured on the intensity since.
The intensity and the bodies, they are laying some serious body work.
Able to keep it in the zone, at least temporarily. DeWitt, he feeds that back out. Ganley to Mott. Mott right back to Ganley. Steps in and hits the back of the net to give Kennett the 3-0 lead here in the third.
I mean, Ganley, he's taken at least 3 or 4, like, really rock-solid hits at the beginning of this period, and it does not tire him out. I don't know how he did it. Mott with a great pass. These two doing what they do, and that's the give and go. They really know where one another are, and, oh, man, just that little extra move by Ganley to get that in as an easy backhand. Wow.
So what was initially a very tight game on the scoreboard through the first 2 periods, Kennett's now opened it up a little bit as they lead Avon Grove by a score of 3-0 here with just a little more than 13 and a half to go in this third period. Avon Grove tries to take the shot. That hits the rafters.
You better believe, though, Avon Grove will not give up. They are relentless.
No. And as we saw from that previous game, I mean, at this point, I'm sure they had scored at least one by now, but Kennett went into the third period up 7-0.
Yes.
And they still just came back and fought.
Yep.
So this by no means is a reason for Kennett to just lay back.
Yeah, there's a lot of hockey left.
That one rolls wide, so icing come right back down into the Kennett end.
These guys are just giving it to the Flares. I see a Jerome Bettis jersey out there. I like that.
Yeah, well.
Sorry,
the board still.
Don't worry about it.
Try to put it back into the middle. Mott's in good position to help his brother and skate out with speed through the neutral zone. He's got Henry coming up with him. Tries to get it back to him, but pass goes off a skate, and it's Avon Grove the other direction. Kennedy into the Kennett zone. Tries to cut one in and take it in himself. Mott makes the save. Work for it along the boards. Austin with it. Austin ridden into the corner. Shot there from Thompson goes wide. Battle in the corner. Kennett will lift it up to the line, but not out. Shot there goes wide and sits up behind the net. We'll dig for it out into the middle. Henry was able to direct that over for Mott. Mott will just put it in deep and head off on a change. Stearns skates out of his zone. Sidesteps a few and skates in. Dives past a check to the thrill of the crowd.
Right in front of them.
That puck goes up and out of play. So they'll whistle that down and face it off right down to the Kennett end.
They're giving it to Connor right now, yeah.
Iverson, Mitchkoff, you saw the bus.
Yep. Konechny, we got Andrew Luck. There's an Andrew Luck jersey out there.
Battle for it along the boards, ends up back down low, rolling on edge, goes towards the net. Mott was able to cover that up and get the whistle.
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, Coop.
What an amazing play that was. Watching him return that.
Yeah. If only there were more of that in the second half. Puck rolls in the Kennett corner. Just realized that my clock is a little off, so we'll adjust that when we get an opportunity. Along the boards, Kennett tries to get it out, but nothing happening there. Scooch was able to keep it in. Campanelli gets right into the corner, but over to the other side. Malarkey will try the other direction. Back and forth they go. Avon Grove working hard out there. But Kennett's able to move it out to the neutral zone. Battle for it at the Kennett blue line. AG's making some player changes. Gives Kennett an opportunity to get it out to center, but brought right back in and forced out once again. This one will go the length of the ice, so an icing. Come right back down into the Kennett end, which is where we feel like we've been for a while.
You know, despite the fact that 2 quick goals, Avon Grove has really kind of had the upper hand, I feel. A lot of pressure, sustained pressure. They're out shooting them, out hitting them for sure. It's kind of it's nice when you have 3 full lines to run through and you want to tire out that other team. When, you tire Kennett out. They've got 2 lines, and it takes a lot out of you.
Ganley rips one the length of the ice, so they'll get another icing and bring that back down. So back down into the Kennett end we go. Bouncing puck after the face-off ends it in on net. Aiden gloves that. And we'll have another face-off down here in the Kennett end.
It's kind of quieted down a bit. The fans
too much. I can hear the static in my line, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
It was better when it was noisy.
It's a little freaky, actually.
Ganley over to Henry. He'll just bank one out. That one goes into the bench.
Oh, I thought Don caught that.
So we'll actually have a neutral zone face-off.
We're moving in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Moving in the right direction.
Just over 10 minutes to go in this third period. Avon Grove picked up on the shots. They are definitely outshooting Kennett now, 23-18. But deficient where it counts. That is on the score itself, where Kennett has a 3-0 lead. AG marching in. Unattested all the way through.
Wow,
Point-blank shot.
Point
they
blank.
get a couple of opportunities
Dang.
there. Mott holds his ground. Stearns rolls it down low, looking for Austin. Kennedy to it. Kennedy given the rough treatment along the boards. Back up to the line. AG with a shot from there. Hits a body, comes right over to Stearns. Up to the blue line. Oh, Henry was looking to spring himself. Mott to it. He'll hit the other end where Ganley's waiting. Ganley in, gets around the first one. Goes back behind and tucks it.
Oh, my goodness.
And in it goes.
Wow.
So Ganley fools them by going all the way around, tucks it in the far side.
You don't see the wraparound that often. And, I think everybody thought he was just going to stop and set up.
Yeah.
And holy cow.
He said, no, actually,
I'm
the goaltender's still over there.
Yeah, I'm just going to put this over here.
I'll go where he's not.
Wow. His awareness is impressive.
So 4-0 now up on the board for Kennett. With under 10 minutes to go in this one.
That makes it the hat trick, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
No, I think that between Mott and Ganley, I think they trade off on games because one of them has had a hat trick in every game we've played this year, I think.
It's a crazy stat.
It is.
That is a crazy stat.
Avon Grove looks to get it out. Good read and cutoff there. Mott will get checked behind the boards. Avon Grove looks to move out, and they do get to the neutral zone. Campanelli steps around Brown, goes wide, drops it. Kennett tried to get to it, and they finally move it out to center ice. Once again, the bouncing puck. Turn around for Malarkey. Tried to feed it through. There was nobody there to get to that. Kennett to it, and they'll move it back out through the neutral zone. With all the snow, that'll run out of steam, so no icing.
Yeah, this ice is definitely, there's not a section untouched.
Stearns all the way through the neutral zone and in. Got caught up in traffic. I'm not sure if it was either that or he dropped it on purpose. Back in the corner, rolls along the glass. Bodies come together, but puck goes out to the middle.
Stearns with a big hit.
Austin steps around one. Good on-ice awareness because they were trying to line him up for sure.
Oh, yeah.
In the corner, Wisely tries to go back up to the point. Bodies come together along the boards. Back to Wisely. Oscar gives him the rough treatment. That one gets cut off before it could get to Tinney, and AG still in the zone. Shot attempt got muted and forced back out through the neutral zone. Gooch skates in the blue line. Puts it through the blue paint, nobody there. Along the boards, Mott to it. He'll just lift one up and over. Savory, he'll gather up at center ice and skate in. Savory has that checked away from him from Stoltzfus. Bodies will come together along the boards. Force back out, center ice, Austin into the Kennett zone. He's got Kennedy with him. Gets it checked, and Kennett will go the other direction, but Stoltzfus there to direct back in. Austin goes wide, tries to feed it right into the middle. They'll battle for it. Opportunity, shot,
Point
and Mott
blank.
stops every one of them. And finally, Savory will put it all the way the length of the ice. It's in on net, so Kelly just stops that. No icing as we approach the 6-minute mark.
And their shot totals just keep going up. You're looking at a 27-19 difference now.
The middle. Schillinger gets it up to the line and out. Mott comes together with Stearns and Thompsons.
Yeah,
They're
all giving it to him.
exchanging pleasantries for Thanksgiving.
I mean, the debate between pumpkin and apple can get quite fierce.
Back in front, I think there's another shot there. That one goes off the pipe, stays wide. Grove working towards 30 shots. Bodies come together, arm goes up, and we'll see what comes about from this one.
I don't know if they're both going.
Ganley was tangled up.
Well, Ganley's, you don't see him get too fired up all that often, and he's an angry elf right now.
So Ganley is directed towards the penalty box.
Yeah.
Hooking is the call.
Okay. Ganley just smiles over at the player at the student section. They have been relentless to anybody that comes into the box. And if I know Luke, he's just smiling at him.
As long as it's only smiles.
That's it. He's always smiling. I mean, I would too if I had a hat trick. And now I'm,
See, this is where I could get myself in trouble because I would look at all of them and yell and then point at the scoreboard.
Yeah. We got a timeout.
So timeout on the ice. So what was in your winning basket?
Oh, I'm excited. They're like the town of Kennett. Like they're so generous. I mean, there are so many different gift certificates to the stores on Main Street. I'm pumped. This was the one I put every one of those tickets in there. That the Hangry Bear hosted the Kennett Hockey Club early in the year. They donated the proceeds, a percentage of all meals purchased that night, and they also had the baskets there that you could do. So got some food, put into the baskets. Big thanks to Lori Mott and Diane Steve, and what an amazing effort. But that's a lot of generosity in there. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's just everybody touched on it. So I don't have the full list, but at the next game, I promise I will be giving a shout out to all those who donated.
Very nice.
Ferrari was not on there though. There is no. Still waiting, but maybe.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
You're saying there's a chance.
That's right.
So
Live my whole life like that.
Off the face-off, Avon Grove bouncing puck forced them out to the neutral zone as they are on a power play here as they look to try and climb on the board here late in this third period. Ganley in the box for hooking. Clearing opportunity for Kennett, didn't get all of that, so it stays in the zone. Avon Grove is set up. They'll take a shot from the angle, hits a body in front and forced into the corner. That one gets by everybody, and they'll go all the way down. He sets that up. Stearns will skate up ice through the neutral zone. Nice read there from Henry, and he'll just send them back the other direction.
Nice play, like that.
That's the reset button. Go back. So from the opposite end of the ice, Austin will try to come up. They'll work for it there. Kennett jumps on the loose puck, and they'll send it the length again.
Good job by the freshman.
Half the power play has ticked away. Now Kennedy in possession. He'll skate back and look for some open ice and head up. Kennedy pass up to Austin at the blue line, and he's in. All the way over to Stoltzfus. He'll try to bounce into the middle. Gets wayward off a skate. Ends up on the stick of Mott. He's only got one in front of him. Mott makes a few moves, takes the shot, and goes just wide. Back the other direction. Austin and Kennedy in the zone. Bodies come together. Point blank range. Second opportunity. Mott again with some big saves there to hold on.
We said it earlier in the game, or actually before the game even started, when they were doing his warm-ups, and he came over to do some stretching right in front of that Avon Grove crowd, and I swear he feeds off of that. He's a big game player. We've seen it time and time again. Again, he faces a lot of pucks. We're looking at 29 shots already. I can't say enough about his presence.
So off the face-off, Kennett was able to move it out to the neutral zone as the final few seconds tick away, and Ganley leaps over the boards. Just over 3 minutes now remaining. Savory gets it over to Ganley. He gets checked there by Finicum. Puck in, and there's a slashing call. And it's Wisely who will head to the penalty box, slashing the call. So Kennett will go back on a power play with 3 minutes remaining.
A little bit of frustration coming out from the Avon Grove team as the clock is winding down. Understandably, a lot of emotions. You know, they've been thinking about this game since the last one.
Kennett set up big shot there from Ganley at the point. Pad save by Kelly. That one gets by Oscar at the blue line, so he'll race back into his own zone to pick that up. Fed that up. Looking for Henry. He has to dig for it in front of the benches. Dropped back off for Mott. Over to Ganley. Ganley will just go off the boards, but nobody but AG there to pick it up. Stearns back in his own zone. Kelly trying to shield Henry from seeing anything.
Spirited, I like it.
Mott knocks that down out of the air, and he'll take over at center ice. Skates by, makes a couple moves, but good coverage on him. So AG the other direction. Under a minute to go, and
that was close. That was close. The crowd expressing their
displeasure.
The civil disagreement.
In the offsides call, they don't think it was.
They strongly disagreed.
So 47 seconds remaining on the Wisely minor. Minute 51 and change on the official clock. Kennett wins the face-off. That one gets by Sarazali, so he has to go back and retrieve from behind his net. DeWitt shovels it over to Mott at center ice. Back to the other side. Ganley will just wind it in. It'll come all the way over. Mott's kind of sitting over here waiting for it. He'll skate along the line. Ganley and Mott play catch. Mott over to Oscar. He tries to feed one through, hits a body in front. Oscar's very good at hitting the player in front of him.
He is. It's fantastic.
Puck was heading all the way down. We get a holding. So some definite frustration here from AG late in it as Stoltzfus. He'll have a seat for holding the stick.
The student section not agreeing.
And I don't know what, well, why am I going to argue with him? Never
No.
mind. Let me just watch the game.
Yeah, yeah. There's no. It's you can't.
I want to respond to the comment spoon feeding. I'm like, it's a minute left and they're up by 4. Like, it is what it is at this point. If anything, regardless of which direction the penalty, maybe it was a 2 and 10 because
I guess so.
Got an extra player coming
But they really
over.
shouldn't have to worry about it with 1:13 left. But
No.
I guess
Following the rules?
Rules are the rules.
So 2-man advantage for the next couple seconds. And the first one to Wisely expires. Kennett will still be with the man advantage throughout the rest of regulation. Bouncing puck along the corner, under a minute to play. Puck goes through the blue paint to the other side. Tinney to it. Tinney redirects all the way over. Ganley was looking to wind up, fakes everybody out, goes right back to Mott. Mott tries to feed that. Ganley with an opportunity. That one gets bounced. Gets pushed right back in front. Kelly will just cover up.
Looks like the net came off the moorings, perhaps, or I might have just. I think he just lost sight of the puck.
Just a little more than a half minute remaining.
Well, I think what I like about this game is it does look like Kennett just kept going. They never really, they didn't give up. And you know, to Avon Grove's credit, they brought it. They had again, strong third period. But I feel like Kennett answered the call a little bit better. Position was better. Smart with the puck.
Mott comes in. Last few seconds comes all the way in. Puck just rolled on him enough for Kelly to be able to kind of poke that away as the final few seconds will tick off of this one, ending this final regular season meeting between these two where Kennett comes away with the 4-0 victory.
What a game. That opening period, man, did that go quickly.
No, that was a very intense game. These teams definitely came to play, and I'm actually kind of surprised the score got to where it was. It felt like it was going to be a 1-goal game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they'll go and handshake. We want to thank everybody for joining us once again on the Kennett broadcast.
I'd like to be at the club games this weekend because there were Ganley and Kennedy were getting into it pretty good, and they were they played. I think they're on the same line if I'm not mistaken. But it just goes to show you, in hockey players, I think more so than anything. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm biased, but they will go at it as hard as it can be, and then afterwards they'll hopefully they're just grabbing a soda. I'm sure the men's league guys are grabbing a beer, but it's you play, you compete, and then when it's over, it's over.
Well, thank everyone for joining us once again. We will see you next time on the Kennett Hockey broadcast. For all of us here, always thanks to Mr. Mott running the camera. And, of course, my partner in crime here, Mr. Cardillo. I'm Ed Henry, and we will see you next time.